All right, everyone. Just I know I did a video yesterday, but gonna share another video because I've got a little bit more done to it now, and she's essentially set up the way that I'm going to be using it. Take a look at the 2020 Sportsman 2100. The white, it's pretty awesome. Frank Key at Jeff Jones Marine in Versailles, Kentucky took good care of me. Pretty awesome. It's got the upgraded trailer with the dual axles, brakes, things like that nature. First thing on the back here we'll show you is going to be the Yamaha VMAX show. It's the 175. And then if you look real closely right here, we've got the powered hydraulic jack plate from Atlas. She's pretty fast. With a normal Catfish load like you're gonna see today and one other person with me, I can get anywhere from 51 to 54 mile an hour depending on current. Do have, you know, the swim ladder option installed on it that came from the factory. It's pretty nice. The boys love it. The wife loves it. Next big thing that I want to show you though before we get too far, it's going to be the multi-bars, sorry, from Colton Howe out there. He makes a fantastic product, you know, adjustable, work in any position. You can lean them back, forward, sideways, pretty awesome. Of course, I've got them paired with all 0-33 degree angle monster rod holders, which I need to upgrade, and I want to get the new Talons. A little bit easier to get them in and out. I did go with the Fish Bite Industries G3 round rail mount for these. These are, you know, left and right corresponding for fishing purposes. Moving on up here, we'll bypass the troll motor for right this second. Here's the one addition that I didn't have mounted up yet when I was showing y'all yesterday. This is the matching graph mount that I have. Colton made me. I've had it for a long time, actually. About 8 months, just never installed it. First class, man. This guy just knocks them out of the park. Off the bow of the boat, you know, we do have the Humminbird Helix 8 Mega Side imaging. I'm not using the Mega Side imaging on it because it is coming off of it's going to be paired off of the Minn Kota Tarova. It's the 112 pound thrust, 36 volt, 60-inch shaft. iPilot link with the Mega Down imaging built into it. Right up here you can see the bird. So when I'm throwing it in shad later on this year, you know, I'll be throwing off the front deck and I'll be able to see what's directly underneath me, and I won't have to worry about struggling to get shad. Speaking of shad, you know, I do have this is my Ohio legal net, which is a 10-footer with a 3/4 inch mesh, 1.5 pound per, 1.5 pound per foot radius net. So it works really well. And then up front, let's see if we can come over here. Of course, I got plenty of water, so I always throw my extra waters in here. But here's the Never Lost anchor from Daniel Rimmer. It's a fantastic anchor, doesn't slip. I finally got rid of only having 100 foot of anchor rope, and now I'm finally up to 150 foot. So hopefully this winter there won't be any issues, you know, with coming unstuck, that's for sure. So then moving on back to the back. And again, I talked about a lot of this yesterday, but up front, there's your platform now. So this is what I'm going to be seeing when I'm throwing it. I'll be able to get, you know, the shad that are right underneath the boat, which shad get hard sometimes in the winter. Anchor storage is what it's called, but of course that's where I keep all my life jackets, my throws, my bumper guards, all that stuff. I showed you guys yesterday as well the 25-gallon, you know, front bait well. It is a rounded corner. It does keep shad alive really, really well throughout the fall and winter and spring. Not so much in the summertime. You know, it does get a little bit warm. So then moving on back, we do have the dual console with the full enclosure windshield. Keep in mind, it's pretty dirty in there. But that's where I keep, you know, just a bunch of junk, just like everyone else's glove box. And then I didn't have it hooked up yesterday, but there's the Solix. It's the heart of the boat. It's got a lot of use out of it already, slowly but surely starting to figure it out a little bit better, getting a little more and more comfortable with the touchscreen on it. And then down here, got spare floats. We've got the old Betts box there, carries all my extra sinkers, and then the rig wrap pack 60 carries all my rigs tied up. Of course, you do see the box of Daiichi D85s, awesome hooks. But if you see down there, that's my safety. So cuts, first aid kit, that type of stuff. You do have a rod storage over here on the side. Not a big fan of it. Dustin at D&T Customs down there in Ripley is going to make me one that stands up so I can stand my poles vertical. But I'll probably end up using it down here while I'm traveling, just for a little bit better, but then, you know, whatever. This here, do want to give a shout out to my boy Bill Hess. He made that, gave it to me pretty cheap, man. I think I gave him, heck, man, I don't know, $15, $20, $25 for the cutting board. Now I had the mount for it already on my old Excel. I just used my new one. Let's see. Millennium seats are definitely a must on any boat. Don't matter if they get wet or not. You know, they dry out so quick. So I've got 2 of those for it as well. I got to give a shout out to, again, D&T Customs again. Dustin got me a lead on a nice RS nets. Fantastic nets for it. It's got the 2-inch mesh openings, 0 drag in the current. It's awesome. But the biggest thing though is look how deep that basket is. Yep. And then of course, you know, storage. I always keep a sabiki rig ready to go. That way if I see skipjack busting, I can always catch them. Caught quite a few this fall, you know, just off the boat. So it makes it pretty nice. And again, we've got the live well. You know, they have nice live wells built into them. The one thing I do like about the G3 live well is it is a plastic insert inside the aluminum. So even during the summertime, this thing was cool the whole time. That kind of acts like an insulating barrier. I do have 4 drift socks in there. It's hard to see them all, but they're all in there. Typically I run, you know, the Bears planer boards as well. Denny Iberg, fantastic boards. But again, my boy Bill Hess, you know, this guy, he hooked me up with a custom set that he built. They carry a lot. They ride a little bit lower in the water, which is nice. However, the cool thing about them is they do hold a heck of a lot heavier of a bait. So if you're dragging, you know, those big half chunks of, you know, 12, 14-inch skipjack, you know, it's definitely going to be the ones that I'm going to be dragging with. That's for sure. Dual recirculating pumps on the live well, insulated lid. It's pretty nice. And of course, again, back here in the back, this is a mess. Not really, it's organized mess. Tow ropes and all that type of stuff are stored safely back here. So if we ever run into any issues or anyone on the water that needs a pull, we'll be able to get them out. The 3 36 volt, you know, interstate batteries for the trolling motor. I'm going to be switching out to a lithium system. This is just too much for me. But I won't switch out to the lithium system until all the batteries are bad. So I'm not going to replace, you know, good batteries. And then of course I have these 2 batteries here. This one really runs just the graphs. And then of course that's my starter. starting battery. So did want to give you guys another, video showing the boat, however, with everything rigged up and on it and ready to go. And again, I do give Frank Key a lot of props, man. He dealt with me and made sure he took care of me on the G3, that's for sure. But if you need anything, I'll throw on a link for Colton and his graph mount and his 2 matching, that's what started it all right there, the T-bars. And then I'll also throw a link for the RS nets. And of course, I've grown really fond of these B&M rods. Fantastic blanks, good price. Hit up Grizzly Jig to get those. You get a ridiculous deal going through Grizzly Jig. Saves you about 10, 12, 15 bucks a rod. So when you buy 6, you're getting one free. So if anyone has any questions about the G3, definitely reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to answer anything I got. I do have a cluttered garage, as you can see. I do have a Bimini top for it. It's just not mounted on there. And if you see right there, that's just an Evolution mini tank. It fits really, really well right here in between, and keeps my shad alive during the summertime, when the water gets really, really hot and I can't keep them in the bait well up front. So again, thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any questions about the G3 Sportsman 2100, man, great value. Take care.